Welcome back to Lavinia the Cat Reads The Ugly Duckling. I'm Lavinia the Cat. Now let's conclude the story. Into the garden came little children who threw bread and corn into the water, and the youngest cried, "There is a new one!" And the other children shouted joyously, "Yes, a new one has arrived!" And they clapped their hands and danced about, and ran to their father and mother, and bread and cake were thrown into the water, and they all said, "The new one is the most beautiful of all, so young and handsome." And the old swans bowed their heads before him. Then he felt quite ashamed, and hid his head under his wings, for he had not known what to do. He was so happy, and yet not at all proud. He thought that he had been persecuted and despised, and now he heard them saying that he was the most beautiful of all birds. Even the elder trees bent its branches straight down into the water before him, and the sun shone warm and mild. Then his wings rustled. He lifted his slender neck and cried rejoicingly from the depths of his heart, "I never dreamed of so much happiness when I was the ugly duckling." The end. Oh, that was a long story. And that was The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. If I'm honest, I think this is actually a really good story. Now, I did stumble a little bit, but it's partially my fault. It's partially my fault because I have stumbled a few words like obliged or obliged. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing some of the words incorrectly. Other than that, yeah, I actually like this story. It is quite nice that when I read the whole story, I felt very sorry for the ugly duckling because he was been through so much. And after all these horrible events, he was actually a swan. I'm guessing because, I don't know, either the duck must have actually mistaken this baby swan for a baby duckling, or it's because its biological mother, who was a swan, actually forgot about him. I felt pretty bad for the ugly duckling throughout the entire story, but by the end, I felt very happy for him because he's actually a beautiful and handsome swan. Other than that, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Hans Christian Andersen did a very good job on this story. He also wrote the original story of The Little Mermaid. I think it was back in the 1300s, where the Little Mermaid cut off her own tongue with exchange for legs, and she felt some pain, or all the pain, from walking. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to really spoil The Little Mermaid. But yeah, getting back to The Ugly Duckling, I actually find the story very, very nice. Now, what do you all think of this story? Did you like it, or did you not? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And this is where we'll conclude the first season of Sonic and Friends Read. So stay tuned for season 2 of Sonic and Friends Read. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This is Lavinia the Cat signing off. So long!